Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of SmackDown, and on the dramatic implosion of the Bloodline tonight, in our main event, we will see Solo. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. We got a brawl going on here. Someone needs to come out here and stop this. The women's champions are beating the hell out of each other. This is not part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. Bayley just got knocked loopy after taking that kick right to the side of the face there. This is not part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Someone needs to come out here and stop these two right now. And wait, there's Dominic Mysterio, looking to try and play some sort of peacemaker here, but I don't know if one person's going to be enough to stop this here. But it seems like peace has been made for now. But then, oh no! No, wait a minute! Oh my god! Dominic Mysterio just went flying into Bayley off the stage. Oh my god. Rhea Ripley not messing around. Oh, well, I guess there's no rest for the weird. We're just going to jump straight into the next match here. Or I guess I should say the opening match, because this is the second to last qualifying match for the Women's War Games match. What an insane start to this show. I did not walk into this building tonight thinking that this show was going to start the way it did, because my goodness. Bianca Belair looking to advance herself to the War Games. And you saw as she was coming down the ramp here, she was accompanied by Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Of course, she's been teaming with them in the past couple of weeks. They've had a thorn in the side, and that thorn in the side's name is Toxic Attraction. Led by this woman. Of course, Sonya Deville taking charge of Toxic Attraction. And well, needless to say, so far it's led to pretty mixed results. But regardless, Sonya Deville is not someone who should be slept on, especially in a scenario like this. Deville has been trying her absolute damnedest to break out here in the SmackDown Women's Division, even aligning herself with Gigi Dolan and JC Jane of Toxic Attraction. And I can confirm that they have, in fact, scraped Dominic Mysterio and Bayley off the floor down by the stage there. I don't know how they did. They both got flattened. But regardless, this is the final women's qualifying match for the SmackDown side of things, as Belair, the EST, showing off her strength early on here, carrying a grown-ass woman across the ring in Sonya Deville. And now Belair off the ropes with an Ultimate Warrior-esque splash and a cover here to put away the new leader of Toxic Attraction there, and it looked like Gigi Dolan trying to get involved here. War Games fastly approaching here. Now, oh, look at this. Deville using the ropes to choke out Belair. That is some dastardly deeds there on the part of Deville, who's signaling for the EST to get back up to her feet here, and oh, look at that. Absolutely teased the crowd into thinking that she was going to go off the top rope. What a stooge. Everyone boo this woman. But meanwhile, EST getting sent back into the corner there, but Belair fighting back here with an elbow right across the chin. in the corner there. Now look at Belair stomping away on the chest of Deville. And of course you see Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell. They actually needed the help of Belair to solve this toxic attraction problem. Oh my goodness, what a move there by Belair. And is enough to advance to Survivor Series and not even a 1 count. Deville taking this as serious as possible here. And oh boy, here we go. Back and forth slugfest is about to get underway here between these two. Who's going to give in first? If I had to put money on, I'd say Deville, former MMA background. And Belair eats a boot for her troubles. And well, I was right. The MMA background of Deville coming into play there. Absolutely knocking Belair out of her heels. Metaphorical heels, I should say. She's not actually wearing heels. And now look at this, just a straight up takedown there by Belair, who's not messing around. Realizes how serious a situation like this is tonight. War games on the line here tonight. And now look at Belair taking out JC Jane. What the hell? She just said, all right, I'm going to take you out specifically. And Deville missing with that takedown there. And Belair becoming very elusive here. And now look at this. Belair perhaps thinking Glam Slam. Or at least a modified version of it. But right now Deville in perfect positioning. For a KOD perhaps. But able to counter. Deville hanging in this fight here. And now, oh my goodness. Burying the elbow right into the chest of the EST. And is it enough? A 2 count? Almost. We almost saw Deville qualify for War Games. And Deville is pissed off. And now Belair off the apron. Coming down right on the noggin there. Of perhaps the most booable woman in all of WWE right now. And now look at this, a deadlift German suplex. There is no one more powerful than Bianca Belair. There can't be. And now, speaking of power, look at this. Belair, with ease, drops Deville center of the ring. And now Deville is in all sorts of trouble right now, getting a knee right to the back of the neck. And a cover here for Belair to advance to Survivor Series, and she gets her. Bianca Belair finishes the field for the SmackDown women's team heading into War Games. And what a stacked field it is for SmackDown. Perez, Morgan, Shotzi, and now Belair. What a night it is going to be in Chicago, but one more spot remains. And that, of course, will be determined between Cora Jade and Charlotte Flair on Raw. Man, this Chase U is a very dysfunctional bunch. I'm kidding. They're a very dysfunctional bunch, and I can't talk. But nonetheless, it is time for the MVP of Chase U, to go to work. I mean, look at Thea Hale. I don't know if Thea Hale had like 5 energy drinks before she came out here. Maybe like a couple of Red Bulls before she came out here. But she looks like she is off her rockers right now. I mean, look at this. This is incredible. Of course, this match made official last week as Thea Hale was training for her Survivor Series qualifying match, which she came up short against Shotzi. But Duke Hudson set to go one-on-one here with big Bronson Reed in just a matter of moments. You can feel the room shift as Bronson Reed makes his entrance here. And of course, Bronson Reed has become almost the muscle for this new group that Logan Paul has been trying to acquire since making his debut here on Universe Mode. But ever since Logan Paul's made his debut, he has been adamant about bullying and stomping all over Chase U and what they represent. But tonight, Duke Hudson is looking to avenge Chase U. And we also heard news from Bronson Reed last week that Logan Paul wants to face a member of Chase U at Survivor Series. Any member, it does not matter who. Although, I think that's a load of crap personally because, well, why isn't Logan Paul going after Duke Hudson or Andre Chase? I think he wants someone in particular. Now look at this, Bronson Reed dropping Hudson with a violent Samoan drop there. But Hudson coming back here with a boxing right hand there, dropping the big man. And this is a couple of big things of meat just going at it. In the wise words of Big E, big meaty men slapping meat as Hudson off the top rope hits an axe handle, taking down Reed. And now look at this, Hudson taking the fight to the big man Reed early on in this match. Of course, to Hudson, this is not just a group of friends. This is family. Chase U means everything to this man. It changed his life forever back in NXT. Chase U is family to him. And you do not mess with another man's family. As Hudson bounces Reed off the turnbuckle there. Well, you see both Frazier and Chelsea Green out there. And of course we saw on the last week's edition of Chase University just how Frazier really feels about Thea Hale. And I can imagine that did not feel great for Duke Hudson there. But Chelsea Green taking on almost a mentorship role for Thea Hale. Of course, we saw her training. Saw Chelsea Green training Thea Hale for her qualifying match against Shotzi last week. And interestingly, Matt Cardona, who is a free agent, was also spotted there down in the Performance Center. As Duke Hudson with a 2 count on Bronson Reed there. And he is chipping away at the big man. Of course, no Andre Chase. Andre battling an injury that was caused at the hands of Bronson Reed here. And so you know for a fact Duke Hudson would love nothing more than to get some sweet revenge here tonight on Bronson Reed. And who knows? If Reed is able to, or my mistake, if Hudson is able to get a victory over Reed here tonight, there's a very good chance that he might go one-on-one with Logan Paul at Survivor Series in Chicago. And an elbow drop right across the chest of Reed. And Hudson, just a straight-up kick right to the spine there. This Chase duo has been fun to watch over the last month or so, but they have had a severe lack in wins since their debut here in Universe Mode. And Hudson would love nothing more than to change that, but Reed breaking up whatever move Hudson was going for there. Now look at this, absolutely driving Hudson right into the mat, almost through the mat there. And oh my God, the agility of Bronson Reed. Absolutely squashing the ribs here. And look at Frazier. Frazier trying to get in the face of Reed, and that's real ballsy on his part, but I don't know if that's a good idea. We all saw what happened last time Reed and Frazier made contact with each other. It didn't end well for Nathan Frazier, and a brainbuster there to Duke Hudson. But he is not staying down. He is going to fight for his family tonight. And Bronson Reed says, "Get your ass back in here, Duke Hudson." I'm not sure where Logan Paul is, but I guarantee right now he is watching with the biggest smile on his face. With Prime bottle in hand, most likely, in a big splash in the corner, and we might be seeing the end here for Duke Hudson. Tsunami from Bronson Reed in a cover here, and you can count to 10. Bronson Reed picking up a victory over a game Duke Hudson. And you know Logan Paul has got to love that. But once again, another L for Chase University. But the question is, who will Logan Paul face at Survivor Series? Well, Shawn Michaels needs to get someone back there to help Kevin Owens. I don't know what the hell Damian Priest is doing here. He's not under contract. But regardless, we gotta regroup, because we got a big match coming our way here in a matter of moments. This is the final qualifying match for the Men's Survivor Series War Games match. I know I said I had to regroup after what just happened, but it's kind of hard to. Kevin Owens is just minding his own business, and then next thing you know, Damian Priest, from out of nowhere, just attacks him. I don't understand. But nonetheless, Finn Balor has been on the cusp of breaking out here on SmackDown. He's been so close to breaking through that glass ceiling, and yet he just hasn't been able to fully break that glass ceiling. He came close. Came down to him and Kevin Owens as the final two in the 4-man tournament to determine who would face Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules, and he came up just short. Could tonight potentially be a game changer? No, speaking of game changers, it's the one and only of course, much like Finn Balor, Ricochet has been sort of floating around here on SmackDown. He's been on the cusp of breaking through. He just hasn't had that opportunity. Of course, he thought that 4-man tournament was going to be that opportunity and just ended up not being the case. And look out. Ricochet looking to make a difference. Looking to make a change starting tonight. The one and only might be looking for perhaps his one and only shot. Perhaps. Never say never when you're someone who is as talented and as athletic as Ricochet. And here we go, match underway. Our final qualifying match for the Men's Survivor Series team officially underway. And Finn Balor already up to no good here. Opening up with some strikes, and look at Ricochet here with an uppercut that drops the Irishman. And look at this, a cover here and a kick out at 1 there by Balor. And Ricochet's had a few moments to shine here in Universe mode. Nice moonsault there by Ricochet, but as I was saying, Ricochet's had many moments here in Universe mode to shine. Of course, he was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And not only that, but he also got a shot against Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship at Hell in a Cell, in which he came up short. But Ricochet, he's had his moment in the spotlight. He just needs the extra boost. And earning his way onto the Survivor Series the men's War Games team might just do that. And a very violent looking Tope Suicida over the top rope there by Ricochet as Balor crumbles to the ground. But Balor not allowing Ricochet to take advantage after that. And of course, both of these men would love nothing more than to break out here on SmackDown. And what a great opportunity this is for both men. As Balor with a, oh man, just a nasty forearm right across the face. Answers back with the sling blade. And a snap suplex there, and instantly goes into the cover here. Balor with a cover and a 1 count for Ricochet, who was very quick to get that shoulder up. And now Balor, look at this, off the ropes, and a drop kick there. Right on the temple of the one and only. Now Ricochet sent right into the corner, and a forearm right into the corner there. As Balor looking to stomp away on the steaming 10-pack of Ricochet. I think if you combine both packs of both men, you have at least a 20-pack on you. And now both men trading shots here. Now Ricochet getting blocked there by Balor. Now Balor channeling his inner Irishman, bringing out a fight here. And now Ricochet answering back here. Now both men proceeding to continue to go back and forth here. Back and forth. These two both go. And now Ricochet answering back with a few right hands of his own. And Ricochet once again dropping Balor, winning that exchange. And this is the name of people that have already qualified in Ricochet. Holy cow. Ricochet from the top rope. And Balor barely getting the shoulder up at 2. That was a 2.5. As I was saying before, this is the list of names that have already qualified for War Games on the SmackDown side, but a nasty brainbuster there by Balor. Might end this one here, no. LA Knight, yeah. Sami Zayn and Edge. All of those names will be representing SmackDown inside of War Games at Survivor Series, and Finn Balor and Ricochet might be one of these two men will be the final name on that team. And who's it gonna be in a code breaker? It has been a back and forth match between these two since the very start, and now Balor trying to control the pace of this match here, slowing things down, going after the knee. No, wait a second. I'm just getting word from the back. I'm just hearing from the back that Kevin Owens is doing fine. His only condition is that he is confused as to why he was attacked by Damian Priest backstage, which is fair in its own right. And Ricochet, holy cow, what a combination that was. Of course, I'm referring to what happened earlier tonight. Damian Priest attacking Kevin Owens from out of nowhere before the start of this match here. Now Ricochet sending Balor face first right into the turnbuckle. And Ricochet looking to take advantage of this match here, setting Balor up on the top here. We know Ricochet very comfortable in a situation like this. What the hell is this? Oh my god, a Spanish fly from the top rope, and Ricochet looking to put this match away. And oh my god, Ricochet on another level right now. Now looking to sit this one away. And a double moonsault. Ricochet looking to put this match away. That should do it for Finn Balor. No, and Balor kicks out. How the hell did Finn Balor kick out? This crowd is hot for this match right now, and I can't blame them. What a sequence there by Ricochet, and he's not done yet. Ricochet has all the tools to make it to the big time here on SmackDown with sequences like that. You won't see that from anyone else except Ricochet. As Balor looking to maybe put this match away in a 1916 on the floor, and that might have just changed the course of this match. Ricochet landing right on his head on the outside here, as Balor looking for perhaps a coup de grace here. But Ricochet too far away for Balor to connect, and now look at this. A snap suplex there. As Balor trying to plan out his next strategy here, and just goes for the cover here. And Ricochet too close to the ropes. Now stomping away once again on the 10-pack of the one and only. And this is what Survivor Series means to these two, because we are witnessing one hell of a match between these two men. Rumble spots are on the line. which could change the course of WrestleMania. And perhaps going for a coup de grace, but he got nothing but knees on that one. And Ricochet, with a knee of his own, answering right back. Now what the hell is Ricochet dropping Balor right on the back of his head? And Balor, I don't know how Balor is still alive after that one. With a roll up here to Ricochet, no. Almost stole the victory there with a roll up. And Balor somehow staying in this one. Balor showing all kinds of heart here in this match because he has been taking a beating, to say the least. Now Balor with chops and strikes right into the corner. Repeated strikes in the corner here. No, wait a second. We know Balor likes to go flying over the top rope just as much as Ricochet. But perhaps not as much as Ricochet because, well, there's a key difference in that. But nonetheless, Finn Balor, much like Ricochet, likes to fly as Balor goes over the top rope. Both of these two men are putting on an absolute clinic with each other right now. Potential WrestleMania stakes are on the line come Survivor Series, and a forearm right across the chin there of Ricochet. And now Balor looking for the coup de grace right across the sternum of Ricochet. And is that enough to put this match away to advance to Survivor Series? And Balor is heading to Chicago, and he will join Zayn, Knight, and Edge as the field for the men's Survivor Series War Games match has been made official, and it is absolutely beyond stacked. But holy hell, what a match that was. Ricochet has nothing to be ashamed of. And Finn Balor looks to potentially head to WrestleMania, if he is to get a good spot in the Rumble. But his team has to win in the War Games. JCU needs to pull themselves together. And speaking of being pulled together, Survivor Series has been pulled together for 2 nights in Chicago, Illinois. As Survivor Series will be SmackDown versus Raw. As Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio will take on Dijak, the United States Champion. The tag team champions of both Raw and SmackDown, the New Day, and Los Lotharios taking on each other head to head. The field for the Women's War Games match almost complete. Of course, this week on Raw, we will find out who will be joining Team Raw. Will it be Cora Jade? Will it be Charlotte Flair? That remains to be seen, but the field for the Women's War Games match is almost complete, and that is going to main event night 1, and then we move on to night 2, where both women's champions, Rhea Ripley and Bayley, will go one-on-one, and we saw the interaction between those two to kick off the show, and of course, that was absolutely brutal. And then, of course, made official as of tonight, the Men's War Games match has been completely filled out. This field is absolutely stacked for both teams. And then, of course, Not only that, but then our epic main event between both undefeated world champions Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns. One man has to lose. Who will it be? Find out at Survivor Series War Games, live from Chicago, Illinois. But before we can get to that, we got to get to next week, where Chelsea Green and Thea Hale looking to put the first W in the win column for Chase U as they take on JC Jane and Gigi Dolan of Toxic Attraction and women's tag team action. But that's not all. The Miz will be taking on the Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, and The Miz, who we haven't seen in a while, looking to maybe rejuvenate his career against the Intercontinental Champion. But that's not all, as Bayley will be taking on a debuting Zelina Vega. Of course, this is the non-title match with Bayley, looking to prove to Rhea Ripley just who the better champion is before their clash in Chicago. And then in our main event, we will have Edge taking on Sami Zayn, what is sure to be a certified classic, as an epic is brewing for next week's SmackDown. Next week's episode of SmackDown shaping up to be an instant classic. But we go from classics to our main event. Of course, this match happening after the actions of this man last week here on SmackDown, when the Bloodline attempted to take out Drew McIntyre, but only Solo Sikoa was able to succeed in that department, attacking McIntyre from behind and nailing him with a Samoan spike. Absolutely dropped the champ. And you have to think that after the events that took place with the Bloodline this past week on Raw, that Solo Sikoa is looking to play damage control on behalf of the Bloodline. And you can imagine a victory over the World Heavyweight Champion would be monumental. But that is a lot easier said than done. This man has yet to lose a match here in Universe Mode. I'm not entirely sure what his record is, but it is a lot to very, very little. He's the World Heavyweight Champion for a reason, and oh, look out. One of these times, I swear, one of these buildings is going to burn to the ground. That's how high those freaking flames are, I swear. Well, the question coming out of Raw this week is, well, is Drew McIntyre in the head of the Tribal Chief? In case if you missed it, on what was the highest grossing episode of Raw this year, Jey Uso finally turned his back on the Bloodline, super kicking Roman Reigns, leaving the Bloodline after taking a loss to this man right here, who is easily the most dangerous he has ever been. If you thought Drew McIntyre was dangerous before, he might as well be in the head of Roman Reigns, and that is on a whole nother level of dangerous for the Scottish Warrior, who is entering into that match with all the confidence in the world. And right now, Solo Sikoa looking to shake that confidence just a little bit. And here we go, match underway. Main event here for Friday Night SmackDown underway, and McIntyre starting things off with a nasty Michinoku driver. You gotta wonder where the head of Solo Sikoa is after the events of Monday. Does he still see the Bloodline for what it is? Or does he perhaps see things the way Jay sees them now? It's hard to tell. Of course, Solo recently brought into the Bloodline by Roman Reigns during SummerSlam, when he defeated Dolph Ziggler and retired him from the WWE in a cover here and a kick out at 1. And you don't see McIntyre get overpowered like that very often. If there's one thing that Solo has proved since his short time in being here, he is an absolute force of nature, and he is a threat to be recognized when it comes to being in that ring. And right now, Sikoa taking it to the World Heavyweight Champion early on here. And Sikoa from the top rope with a diving headbutt. And a hard Samoan head coming down on top of your cranium from the top rope, I guarantee you, is not a pleasant feeling. Now stomping away on the hand of the World Heavyweight Champion. And right now, I think Sikoa's mission is to make sure Drew McIntyre doesn't enter Chicago at 100% when he meets Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match between World Heavyweight Champion and WWE Champion, as Sikoa goes face first off the announce table. And right now, Sikoa going right after the champ here. And now look at this, just deadlifting a 275-pound man coming into this match. Deadlifted him with a devastating slam right on the apron. Of course, it is Survivor Series season. You can feel the excitement in the air starting to brew as Survivor Series draws ever closer, and the inevitable clash between the undefeated world champions draws closer and closer. And now look at this. 10 beats of the Balor into the chest of the Samoan bulldozer. Solo Sikoa feeling every piece of the 10 beats of the Balor. Of course, McIntyre borrowing from his friend Sheamus as he throws Sikoa into the steps. And now look at this, McIntyre. What the hell has McIntyre got in mind here? Perhaps looking to take Sikoa for a ride, but not if Sikoa has anything to say about it. Now, so wait a second, what the hell is this? Oh, man. Might have to get out of dodge here. As Sikoa sending McIntyre face first right into the table, and it looked like Sikoa might have caught McIntyre right on the throat with that strike there. Perhaps setting McIntyre up for the Samoan spike, which would be absolutely lethal. It has proven to be absolutely lethal. Now McIntyre back up here on the table here. But Sikoa not having it. Not falling into the trap that McIntyre is trying to set up here. And now Sikoa going ribs first. Right into the corner of that table there. Can't imagine that felt very pleasant on the rib section. Or the rib cage. I'll get it right. As McIntyre heading up to the top rope. I don't know what the hell a rib section is. As Sikoa going for a pin here and a 2 count. As Sikoa draws near to potentially upsetting the World Heavyweight Champion McIntyre, dodging that headbutt. With Sikoa not taking too kindly to being embarrassed just now. As McIntyre's lip is busted open, wearing the wounds of this battle. And we saw on Raw, Sikoa, the wrath that he truly possesses, as he took out Austin Theory backstage, hitting him with a Samoan spike. Which Heyman, of course, in a Glasgow kiss. Give us a kiss, Drew McIntyre. Hold that thought. As McIntyre looking to set up for the Claymore here, perhaps. Telling Sikoa to get his big ass up, and Sikoa dodges the Claymore. I don't think McIntyre was expecting that. Now Sikoa off the top rope takes out the big man. You know, after the week the Bloodline has had, Sikoa would love nothing more than to impress the tribal chief as he misses with that leg drop on the outside. But right now, he has given McIntyre a fight. And I'm sure Roman Reigns would love nothing more. And a super kick on the outside. Takes out the big Scotsman. And now Sikoa perhaps trying to play some mind games with the World Heavyweight Champion here. And I just realized the referee's at a count of 8. McIntyre needs to get back in this match, otherwise he's going to get counted out. The referee's at a count of 9, and McIntyre finally getting back into the ring, but it might be a little too late as he gets hit with a Samoan spike. Solo Sikoa looking for the upset of the century here to take out Drew McIntyre and a kick out at 2. How close was Sikoa to defeating Drew McIntyre? About gave McIntyre his first L here in Universe mode. Holy hell, that was close. As McIntyre gets sent down to the ground, was looking for a neck breaker, but Sikoa saying, that is not happening. And Sikoa means business here tonight. But McIntyre this time gets the neck breaker he was looking for. And now McIntyre's starting to feel it. But how much wind is he able to get back into his sails here? As that Samoan spike took a lot of wind out of that windpipe. I don't know how McIntyre's still in this. As McIntyre has Solo up on the corner here. What does he have in mind? Look at McIntyre here. 10 brings him down with a stalling superplex. All the blood rushing to the head of Sikoa. Doesn't matter how big you are. That'll give you all kinds of vertigo. It does not matter who you are. As Sikoa gets sent flying to the outside. And right now McIntyre. Seems like McIntyre almost found his groove after getting hit by that Samoan spike. Apparently, the World Heavyweight Champion just works backwards, I guess. I don't know how. I can't explain it. He's undefeated for a reason. It's McIntyre looking to throw Sikoa once again right into the announce table here. Same spot as before. Get him in the rib cage. I got it right that time. And again, getting sent ribs first into the table here as he gets hit with a big boot. Now McIntyre's starting to really take it to Sikoa, who up until this point has been pretty dominant in this match. Now Solo getting sent back into the ring here. And perhaps McIntyre looking to maybe finish this one off here. As Sikoa goes for a ride. Snap suplex there by the big Scotsman. You gotta think McIntyre looking to send a message to the Tribal Chief. Not only am I gonna beat you in 6-man tag team action, but I'm also gonna beat your enforcer. Whether you like it or not. McIntyre wanting to continue to play mind games here with the Tribal Chief as Sikoa getting his feet up in the ropes there. And now getting hung up in the ropes does McIntyre. Now once again, Sikoa targeting the throat of McIntyre and gets a 2 count out of it. And now wait a second, look at this, Austin Theory. What the hell is Austin Theory doing here? Well, I said earlier, this past week on Raw, Theory getting attacked by Sikoa and was told to stay out of Bloodline business, but wait a second, hold on here. Claymore by McIntyre to put away Sikoa once again, no! And Sikoa kicking out of the Claymore. Of course, Paul Heyman told Austin Theory to stay out of Bloodline business, and apparently he did not listen. Distracting Solo Sikoa, and now McIntyre once again with the Michinoku driver planning the enforcer of the Bloodline. Is it enough? And a 3 count, and once again Drew McIntyre is victorious over the Bloodline. And Austin Theory is absolutely reveling in it. And I think it's needless to say that it has been a terrible week for the Bloodline, but an even better week if your name is Drew McIntyre.